The Minnesota DNR's fishery survey shows that this lake holds a lot of quality bass. But I've actually really struggled at this lake. Today, I'm gonna try to figure it out and see if I can't crack into some big bass today. Oh, it's a pike. It's a little pike. My first adjustment, top water wasn't really getting anything, so I switched over to a swim jig. There we go. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice one. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Ooh. Oh, look at that beast. Let's get a weight on this guy here. 4 pounds, 11 ounces. That's pushing 5. That is a chunky bass. 19 inches. That's a beautiful bass. Yeah. Well, we made a couple adjustments. Switched over to a swim jig. That located a pike. And that clued me into kind of the areas they're at. Looks like it's going to be in that 5 feet, 4 feet of water off the pads. They might be in the pads too, but that guy was sitting just right on the outside. Threw on the nickel, slow down. Pike is going to be aggressive. The bass are probably going to be a lot slower. So switched over to the nickel, and bam. Switched over to the drop shot. Massive. Nine, 10 feet of water on the drop shot. So I gotta fish deeper now, I think, with the sun up. Not big ones, but found them. Just got a hit, but it's the hook set. Got on a shaky head right now. Pike bit off my drop shot. So we're gonna give the shaky head a try. There's some wind coming, so that's a welcome. There's a hump here. Or actually, I've just been moving around this. Okay, some green grass. That's in 4-something feet. Oh, hold on. Looks like there's a drop there. Oh yeah, yep. I was hovering over that spot and I saw I went from 4 feet to 8 feet. So I knew right away there was a drop, or there was a hump there. Marked it. Threw this just 5-6 feet away from in front of me and got hit right away. I got that spot marked. Little one. That's a great feeling when you find a little bit of clue, you put it together and turn it into a fish. Another fish. That's a little nicer one. I'm buying this on a medium light. Okay. There it is. I knew there was a nicer one down there. Got him on that shaky head. Yamamoto Sensei. That worm has just been such a good worm for me. There you go. That's the kind of bass I'm looking for. There you go, bud. Don't tell your friends I'm here. Yeah, I gotta look for these humps and drop-offs. And finesse presentation. That's could be the key here. Yeah. There we go. That's a nice one. Yeah, easy. Yeah, that's a nice bass. Get 3, maybe 4. I'm gonna keep milking this spot until they stop. I mean, you know, once you get on them, you just gotta keep going. I think that's part of the fun of summer fishing is they group up. So, you know, once you find a spot, there's gonna be a bunch there. Right now, I'm gonna try to see if I can find anything, any weeds off in 10 feet, 9 feet. If there's something out here, then I'm sure there's gonna be fish there. Ooh. It'd be a big bass. It is a big bass. Mark that there. Yeah. Another nice one. Yeah, these guys, I just want to get an idea. Yeah, 17 inches. Got him on the shaky head. Still on the shaky head because I can work this a bit quicker. It gets down to the bottom a lot quicker than the Neko. There does appear to be a drop off here. In fact, I'm thinking this whole side over here is a drop off. I wonder if I could toss my swim jig here, especially with this wind. I gotta tighten my drag. I got him hooked on my net. I sort of turned off for a moment there. It's been a good maybe 40 minutes or so. Oh, we finally got one again. It's still in that same spot, you know, the drop offs, and that was in what, 6-7 feet of water, casting towards the wind. I'm getting blown around a little bit. There's some wind that's picked up, and I'm guessing that's moving the bait around, and the bass could be positioned to intercept the bait. I was covering more shallow water because I was thinking that perhaps the wind is going to move them up more shallow, but I actually don't think that's happening. I think they're still positioned in a little bit deeper water where there's some hump, where there's some green grass, where there's a drop off. And they're going to hold there. Springtime, if this wind's blowing, they're going to be positioned right over by those pads and those reeds over there. What do we got here? Ooh, that's another nice bass right there. Missed. There we go. Got him. Well, that's another nice bass right there. Beautiful bass. Of course, on the drop shot. And about 8 feet of water. Yeah, I think we've kind of figured out the pattern for the day. It's just a matter of finding them. It's all been finesse and deeper water, offshore structures, offshore weeds. Got her with the side of salad. Oh, nope. There we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's another nice one. That's a long one. Oh. 17 inches. Yeah. It's a good one. Looks like she came with a little pink brush hog of sort. I don't know if that was in the weeds or if she had that in her mouth. Huh. Yeah, I switched out the, went with a more natural color. This is the Berkeley, I think, Power Warm, or what's it? I can't remember. What is it called? Let's get a name on this. This is the Berkeley. It's the Berkeley Hit Warm, 4.5 inches. All right. A little smaller, but we'll take it. The important thing is we're finding them. And we're figuring out what they want. And we're catching them in, in the afternoon when fishing should be really hard in the summer. So this ought to say you can catch fish in the summer and you can catch fish when it's supposed to be hard and difficult. Fish are going to eat. You just got to know where they're at and what to present to them. And on a day like today, when it's warm, muggy, hot, finding them in a little bit deeper water where there's still green grass and giving them something slow like a drop shot is going to be the move. Experiment with color, experiment with different worms you have. You know that Sensei was working for a while, but right now I feel like the Berkeley hitworm is the thing that's really getting triggers right now. Last couple fish to me, they went after it. Oh man. Oh, that's a big pike. That's a big pike. That was a big pike. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Come here. Come here. Yeah, he's not going to fit in my net. I keep talking about getting a new net, and I really got to do that. Because, okay. Get that in there. I can get my hand in here. Not cut myself here. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna get you out. Just give me a minute here. Oh yeah, that's a nice pike. Kind of skinny, but a long pike. Ooh, scary guy. Yeah, they're hungry. They're willing to eat, and they cannot resist the drop shot. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any more adjustments I need to make. Yeah, and especially if you're getting hit by bluegills, just go a bit deeper, a couple feet deeper. And if you can fish the wind side, I think that's gonna be a big bonus. There you go. A small one. Yep, that's a nice one. Yeah, there we go. All right. That looks like a good one to end the day on. I was just curious to see. Roughly, yeah, 18 inches. Beautiful fish. Man. Well, I'm going to call it a day. It's been a really fun day out on the lake. It is warm and muggy today here in Minnesota, but I think we figured out the lake. I have struggled at this lake. I've only been out here a few times, but each outing I usually struck out, or I only end up with a fish or two. But today we figured it out. And that was the goal of today, was figuring out this lake. So what worked? In the morning, I was throwing a buzzing toad, which is a plastic topwater lure. I got no hits on that, so I switched over to a swim jig and I got a nibble on that. And that was enough clue for me to stop and slow down, and I threw a Necco rig and caught, I think, the biggest one of the day. It was 19 inches and 4 pounds and 11 ounces. And then that was kind of the strategy going forward, was just finesse. I went around the lake, backing off into some of the deeper water in that 5 to 10 foot, and using the Necco, and in the afternoon switching over to the drop shot was the big adjustment that really unlocked the lake for me. Hooked into a bunch of nice ones, and they're eager to eat. Yeah, it's really nice to be able to redeem myself here at this lake. I lost a rod here, so I felt like the lake was cursed, but I think we lifted that curse and unlocked the lake today. So the DNR report does not lie. There are a lot of nice fish in this lake, and I definitely will be back. So, all right, well, thanks for joining me. I'm glad that you were able to spend a day with me, and I hope you had a good time with me. Until the next one, I'll see you. Bye-bye.